The camera industry is about to witness an absolute breakdown of the traditional boundary between flagship full-frame performance and APS-C crop sensor portability. For over 2 years, creators, wildlife tracking enthusiasts, and fast-action sports photographers have been demanding a successor to Canon's flagship crop body that does not compromise on processing speed or sensor readouts. The wait is finally over. The latest leaked datasheets, factory floor reports, and concrete FCC filings confirm that the highly anticipated Canon EOS R7 Mark II is not just a minor seasonal refresh. It is a completely re-engineered powerhouse that inherits foundational architecture directly from the multi-$1,000 EOS R5 Mark II and the absolute pinnacle of their sports lineup, the EOS R1. Industry insiders are already calling this machine the Mini R1, and today we are breaking down every single authentic piece of leaked hardware specification, real-world ergonomics redesign, and the definitive global release window you need to prepare for. To understand why this camera is fundamentally breaking the ecosystem, we have to look directly at the heart of the machine, the brand new imaging sensor. The original R7 was highly praised for its aggressive 32.5 megapixel resolution, but it suffered from a major technical bottleneck. It utilized a standard, slow-reading front illuminated sensor, which resulted in severe rolling shutter distortion when shooting fast-moving birds, sports cars, or panning video. If you whipped the camera across a scene, straight vertical lines like light poles or trees would lean like jelly. The EOS R7 Mark II completely eradicates this flaw by introducing a groundbreaking 39-megapixel backside-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor. This marks the very first time Canon has deployed a premium stacked architecture inside an APS-C crop sensor format. By stacking the pixel structural layer directly over a high-speed digital processing circuit, the data readout speed of this 39-megapixel chip is tracking to match, and potentially outpace, the processing speeds of the full-frame EOS R5 Mark II. This means rolling shutter distortion is effectively reduced to absolute zero, giving you pristine, distortion-free mechanical capture quality while operating purely in silent electronic modes. But a blisteringly fast stacked sensor is completely useless if the camera's internal processing engine bottlenecks the data stream. Canon's solution here is massive. The R7 Mark II is breaking tradition by adding the specialized hardware-driven Digic accelerator chip alongside the standard Digic X processing engine. This dual-processor architecture was previously reserved exclusively for their top-tier full-frame professionals. The primary Digic X chip handles your standard image rendering, color science, and file compression workflows. Meanwhile, the dedicated Digic accelerator acts as a specialized calculation powerhouse. It takes over the massive, heavy-lifting compute pipelines required for real-time deep learning neural networks and complex predictive artificial intelligence tracking algorithms. Because of this dual processor configuration, the autofocus capabilities of this upcoming body are being described by field testers as the absolute best autofocus tracking matrix ever integrated into any APS-C camera across the globe. The system doesn't just track eyes or heads anymore. The neural net processing tracks precise human skeletal structures and can instantly predict the trajectory of a soccer player, a swooping hawk, or a racing motorcycle even when they are momentarily completely obscured behind branches, net fences, or other subjects on the field. This processing combination also unlocks a blistering raw burst speed of up to 40 frames per second using the electronic shutter, completely blackout-free. To make sure you never miss the exact millisecond a bird takes flight or a player strikes a ball, Canon is natively baking high-speed pre-capture functionality right into the firmware, capturing up to a half second of continuous raw images before your finger even completely depresses the shutter button. The internal buffer has been drastically expanded, tracking to allow well over 500 consecutive, uncompressed raw frames before experiencing a single drop in burst performance. For hybrid creators and videographers targeting the absolute highest production standards for premium Western markets, the video specification sheet is WH. This camera transitions from an enthusiast body into a legitimate Super 35 cinema tool. The 39-megapixel sensor resolution provides the exact physical pixel real estate required to native render 8K ultra-high-definition video at up to 30 frames per second. Furthermore, the R7 Mark II will deliver exceptionally sharp, oversampled 4K video at a smooth 120 frames per second, completely uncropped, utilizing the full width of the APS-C sensor. Because the data reads out so incredibly fast through the stack circuitry, you can shoot fast-action cinematic B-roll at 120 frames per second without worrying about line-skipping artifacts or resolution degradation. To satisfy professional color colorists working in high-end production suites, full 10-bit Canon Log 3 and external 6K ProRes RAW profiles are fully supported out of the box, ensuring maximum dynamic range retention in harsh midday sun or deep shadow environments. Canon has also paid close attention to the structural criticisms of the original body, implementing a major physical ergonomics overhaul. The body size is stepping up slightly, closely mimicking the robust form factor and deep hand grip styling of the full-frame EOS R6 series. This eliminates the cramped button layouts of the past and allows for highly efficient physical control wheels, dedicated custom function switches, and seamless native compatibility with heavy-duty vertical battery grips. To handle the immense thermal output generated by uncropped 8K video and 40 frames per second RAW bursts, advanced passive cooling pathways have been integrated into the magnesium alloy chassis, drastically mitigating overheating thresholds. Storage configurations are also seeing a prograde evolution. The dual SD card setup of the original model is being replaced with a highly requested hybrid layout featuring one ultra-fast CF Express Type B slot alongside a standard UHS-2 SD slot. The CF Express slot provides the massive data bandwidth necessary to sustain endless RAW burst buffers and write high bitrate 8K internal video streams without a single hiccup. Powering this system is the updated, high-end LPE6P battery pack, optimizing overall endurance for extended, intensive multi-hour shooting sessions in the field. The electronic viewfinder is getting a massive structural upgrade as well, jumping from a basic 2.36 million dot screen to a razor-sharp, ultra-smooth 3.69 million dot OLED viewfinder, providing an impeccably clear, lag-free viewing experience that closely rivals real-world optical glass. Let's discuss the actual timeline and global financial realities of this powerhouse. According to critical FCC regulatory filings whose temporary confidentiality protocols are scheduled to officially expire on June 16, Canon is locked tight on track for an official global press announcement window occurring in late May or the first week of June. Because this camera is a massive leap into true pro-tier hardware engineering, you must expect a market position shift. While the original enthusiast level R7 debuted at a highly competitive body-only price of $1,499, the inclusion of a premium fully stacked sensor, dual-digit accelerator processors, and professional CF Express storage means the official launch price for the R7 Mark II will be significantly higher, tracking to land comfortably between $1,999 and $2,199 body-only. It is a premium price tag, but for wildlife, action, and hybrid creators demanding full-frame elite speeds with the incredible reach advantage of an APS-C crop factor, this camera is shaping up to completely dominate the market landscape. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep your production pipeline ahead of the curve, turn on notifications so you never miss a critical breakdown, and drop a comment below letting us know if you are sticking with full frame or if these groundbreaking stacked crop sensor specs are finally going to make you switch your main production body.